guys, welcome back to the Max Duty Day channel. On the ground here in Denver on the American Airlines AAL Heritage Jet. I'm going to do a little flight over to Salt Lake, PAC Sims Salt Lake scenery for Prepare 3D version 4. And haven't even looked at anything. I haven't looked at weather yet, so we're going to do all that. See what we can see. We're connected up on Vatsim, of course. We just check the streaming health, make sure everything's running fine. Looks like we're okay. So, anyways, connected to ground power. Jetway's connected up and be ready to load up and all that good stuff here soon. So let's check out and see what's going on. It's already on the schedule here. We'll plan this. And let's have a look here. Denver 050 times 1937Z. Looks like they're going to stay that way. And 8 knots isn't too terrible. Yeah, we can take a runway 8 departure, or we can cruise on up to 34 right. Check weather on Vatsim too. 10 miles, a few at 8,000. Decisions. I guess we'll go off 8. And let's see, Salt Lake is winds calm, and eventually flipping over to north flow. So let's see here. Probably 3-4 right, American Parks over here, I do believe. Take 120 over. Should give us a ZFW of 123,659. Put in 30 minutes. Let's go find a route. Oh, that's odd. Nothing off runway 8 except tactical vector. I think there's probably something better than that. Radar vectors to Penny. Whoops. Let's see what our first Meeker over to the Leahy 5. Looks like that might be it. Alright, well, we can take a tactical vector. And probably just tie it up with linger. Yep, there it is. B738 right. That's pretty much, doesn't get any more straightforward than that. Let's get an alternate. Ogden's as good as any. And we'll run takeoff performance here now. Runway 8, we usually do flaps 5 departure. That seems a little excessive. Let me compute first. I think that usually helps. Looks like also flight level 380. Let's make a note of that first. Release fuel is going to be 13615. There we go. Alright, we can apply that. So, take off 2. 136, 37, and 42. And we'll run landing data. Yeah, we can do full flaps 40 is fine. Auto brake 3 still gives us a margin of nearly 6,400 feet, so that should work. We can apply that. It puts that there. VREF 134 approach speed is going to be 139. We'll update the performance data. Update the flight plan for performance data. Looks like I got an average headwind of 048. Grab top of climb winds here. And we're ISO -3. So top of climb 264 at 76. And we'll grab our descent forecast. So 320's 248 at 60. And 260, 248 at 47. And 190. 247 at 31. So fairly consistent. Underload 4268. We're actually fairly heavy there. We can release this. We'll send this over to TOPCAT and grab payload here real quick. So make sure the end number's right, engines are right, weights are right. 545 Denver to Salt Lake, and our alternates Ogden. They're saying ZFW 126059. So we'll go 9 and 111. It's fairly normal. Cargo will be 3774 and 4106. Alright, so we've got what we need there. We can send this to Vatsim and file a flight plan now. Slant Lima, Performance D American. About an hour and 5 over. We got 231 on board for fuel, 380. 2005, that's going to be tough to make. Let's see. Yeah, 2030. Let's try that. Anyways, we can file this up. And we are all set there. Yeah, we can get Project Fly going there. And now we can export to the aircraft. Okay, there's that. Let's jump in the aircraft. And I forgot to... I've got these on a 30-second fast align in the sim, in case you're wondering. Set our cruise altitude here. Turn the packs on, and I do want to, and 3-4 right. LPV, probably take that one there. TDZ's 4222. That's all set. I'm gonna go ahead and request boarding. That way we don't have to worry about it. Alright, current nav data ARX cycle is current. Op program's good. We can pause in it now for... I just opened that thing, man. Oh, I opened the wrong door. Alright, that should work.
Morning.
Good morning.
Both GPSs are in agreement there. Take the left side. We're all set up there.
Morning. To see boarding cards, please. Thank you.
Denver to Salt Lake, and we said we were a runway 8 departure today. Can activate and execute that. We'll go back to. We said Ogden was our alternate. We'll take that via mist if we have to go. Back over to the departures and arrivals. Runway 8 and foothills 3. Pop this out and we'll put it in plan mode. Leave plague. Let's pull up the approach for Leahy 5. It's going to terminate at plague, so that'll work just fine. I'm assuming it's Leahy 534 at Meeker. Check the legs page Penny Kremlin out of Denver. Does terminate Penny Kremlin. That's good. Direct to Meeker. I can tell that already lines up. We can just take out the vector. So we're good to go there. Let's go put payload in. Nine and 111, 3774, 4106. Throwing our release field 13165. CI 25 and whoops. Let's see, FAR reserves 3.7 today. Said cruise winds are 26476. Boarding's completed. So we're showing a little bit heavier than what we're a straight takeoff 2, no temp. Doing NDAP 2 as usual. It's a ICO compliant noise abatement. Runway winds were 050 at 8. No slope in FS. And we're dry, no cutback. Cutback is off. Flaps 5 departure. They're showing 135, 137, 142, pretty much right on the money. And we'll trim for 4.65. We'll set 142 in the speed in the MCP. Roll all the way up to 380 since there's no ATC online. And our initial heading is going to be 083 out of Denver. And we'll put in our descent forecast too. I usually forget that. Transition level's good there. So the first one is 320. And that'll be 248 at 60. Next one, 260, is 248 at 47. And 190 is the last one. That's 247 at 31. You can execute that. Alright, we can arm the flight directors now. Auto throttle, VNAV and LNAV can come on. Over to the EFIS, needles up. We'll do that on both sides. Current altimeter also is 3024. I'm lazy, I hit the B key. Jesus. Run down to the CP here. Set advisory in the on the active side. Select radar and turbulence. Our default squawk's going to be 220, 2200 rather. And auto brake RTOs. That completes the EFIS MCP MIP CP pre-flight. CDU pre-flight is also complete. On the ICAS here, we've got takeoff 2 armed. Auto throttles armed. LNAV and VNAV are in the armed mode. V-speeds are set in the PFT, and we got the current altimeter 3024. We've briefed the takeoff. Taxi brief will be a nose left. We're just going to go up Lima, if I remember right. I might as well brief that correctly here. So here we are, geo-referenced here. We're going to be on the purple taxi lane. We'll exit 3 Echo to Lima, and all the way up to Lima to runway 8 for our departure there. So here's us here, geo-referenced on the charts. Looking good there. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we're going to get going here shortly. Looks like all the stuff is cleared away, all the ground equipment there. Now will be a good time for me to do some administrative checks. check Twitch and YouTube chats. I don't want to miss anything there, but I'm going to take a look around the airfield here. Just want to make sure we're not in the way of anybody, anything. And we're good there. Let's jump back in the airplane. We can start closing doors up. And we can fire up the APU. We'll turn on the aft fuel tank there, or firing up the APU. We'll probably, it's just so we, to avoid any imbalances, any fuel imbalances there, but chances are we'll be more than fine. We're not going to be on APU power for that long. Got APU bleed here. Notice, don't forget, in the 800 we've got a dual bleed system. Just waiting for the APU to fire up. It's almost max motored now. It'll settle down and we'll be able to put the gens on APU. While we're doing that, let's have a look at VATSPI here. Refresh this, and there we're showing the only departure we're showing is us. Over to Salt Lake, and looks like we've got APU ready to go. Switch over the generators there. We can disconnect from ground power. And we'll disco the chalk, set the brake. Should complete that. The VFO on the legs page, and we'll all call for push. Nose left. Why it does the brakes backwards half the time on this.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Don't forget to trim up here.
Locking gear. Departure check completed. Live has been inserted.
Oops.
Commencing push.
Now we're off.
All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Is it giving us a push? Yeah, okay. Packs off. We're on APU bleed. Fuel pumps on. And go ahead and turn these on. That's going to be okay. Get those ready to go. And we used the right side last time. We'll put us on ground. And beacon can come on. So 26, we can induce fuel to number 2. Rise in oil pressure. Looks like it's fairly severe clear out in the west today. That'll be nice for frame rates. See how GSX does on our push here. Starter cutout number 2. Number 1's good. suppose we can also, since we're in the movement area, 26, so we can induce number 1. Looks like a good push so far.
Set parking brake.
Parking brake set. And we can start a cutout there. We can put us on gen here. Turn the APU bleed off. Turn off the APU. Packs can go to auto. Isolation valve can go to auto. We're all set. We can select flaps 5. Auto brake disarm. There it goes. I wonder why it did that.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed.
Where's my guy at? There he is. I think we got
Left is clear.
There we go.
Right is clear.
The hand signal on the right. Just about ready for taxi. As soon as he gets out of the way, he's got to wave like 100 times. Alright, flaps 5 set, auto brake RTO set, we're ready for taxi. Cancel recall. All good. Engine display can blank. Brakes off. Let's do it. Alright, we know where we're going. Let's get out of here. Hope I didn't miss anything. See if the winds still want to pull us right as soon as we get out of here. We're on the purple taxi line. One thing I wanted to do, I kind of forgot to stop here for a second, is I want to dumb down the sensitivity of the pedals. And I want to bring that null zone back in some. See if this works a little better. Alright, let's give it a go. Taxi light can come on. expected. Brakes. Go up here to Lima, it's going to be the second left there. Still doing okay here, I guess. Now that I'm kind of perpendicular to the wind, it's gonna skirt around here. Pretty nice view. Bump up our speed here just a hair. For 2009, I think we're off blocks probably about 2005. And we'll make that 2030 DP very nice. One little cloud out there. RJ gates there. United hangar up in front of us. 757 winglet in there. Couple FedEx birds hanging out. La-di-da-da-da. Frontier hangar off in the distance. We're taxiing northbound right now. We'll be making an eastbound departure, then a left 180. Here we are up here. So we know we're going there. Let's throw on the Foothills 5 or Foothills 3. There it is. And we get to go right to Penny. Okay. Then Kremlin, then direct Meeker, so. We did start the stream a little bit early. Throw on terrain on our side. Keep an eye on that as we make our turn towards Penny and our climb rate. Our climb rate's good enough to clear any of the clear those mountains. Like United's got some work going on there in the hangar. Another winglet at 57 sitting out on the ramp. About ready for departure here. Here's the departure runway. Runway 8 sign painted on the ground, runway 8 verified. Still wanting to push us to the right there. Landing lights, turn off lights, come on, taxi lights on, strobes to position and steady, wings on, ding dong, ready for departure. Weather radar's on, we're all set, transponder's on. Line it up, make sure nobody's coming, and nobody's coming. Flutter going on. roll, looking for 40% for takeoff thrust. We can engage. Takeoff thrust is set. Looking for 94.5 N1. TOPCAT engines, takeoff thrust set. And 80 knots.
V1, rotate. V2.
Positive rate, gear up. Feet, we can engage the autopilot, heading select. At 3,000 we'll pitch over, go through our start to pitch over here and go through our flap retraction schedule. Just a little bit. Auto brake will come off. We got flaps 2. Flaps up, we can go ahead and start our turn now to direct penny. Hell of a view. Just going to keep us in this turn all the way around. Now we're in climb, indicate on the ICAS. Still tactical vectors out. There's the departure runway there. We're going to head back all the way back to the west there. 10,000 feet check. Still in the airport environment. We'll leave the lights on. Once I get us on a vector here for Penny, I can go ahead and up-select Penny and we can go into LM. There's the airport. Departure runway there. Like we're on a pretty good vector for Penny, so what we'll do is we'll just up-select Penny. It's a good intercept, and we can gauge LNAV. LNAV's captured. VNAV speed is on. We're in climb mode. Our departure runway coming off the wing there. North-south parallels on the east side coming in. The terminals here, we were down here where the top of my mouse pointer is. So we're looking southbound right now. Here come the north-south parallels on the west side. There's runway 25 there. I'd say I did a pretty good job vectoring myself. Pat myself on the back there. terrain. We're coming up through 180 now. We can go ahead and set standard. Lights can come off. We'll leave the wing lights on. Fort Collins Loveland coming into view there. Centennial here. And BJC right off the left front. We've got Penny in about 47. Comes the city in view there. Centennial's just right down here. Downtown Denver, pretty much right in this area right here under the wing. So BJC be pretty much this is it right here. I believe that's called Rocky Mountain now or something. There's downtown Denver here. Centennial right here. Had some hell of winds there yesterday. There's the tunnel there, it's I-70. If I'm not mistaken, or right here, one of the two. It's been years since I've driven that. Anywho, climbing through 23 now. Why that got set up to 38.1. Just turn the wing light off in the daytime. So we're going to throw our sails on the legs, and we'll put the FO side over on progress. We've got 345 to go to Salt Lake. Time now is 20:24. We should have you on the ground 20:23, so just under an hour. What did I say, top of climb at 58. It should be right here. Top of descent, just past Racer. Getting up into the winds a little bit, 64 knots straight off the nose. Rest of Denver down there. Cross over the front range here. Pretty benign departure, was nice though. So we'll have a look at the map. We'll find us here. This was my last flight across the pond, so it was zoomed in there. So this is interesting. Is this thunderstorms or it must be embedded thunderstorms, yeah. So we're cruising out of the wind shear. Looks like this is us right here. We're going to Salt Lake. Over here, it looks like freezing level. We're going to be right in here. This should look pretty nice for our route, for our flight. Nothing significant that I can tell. Cheyenne just off to the north there. Still in climb. So we're going to have a northbound arrival. We're going to come in over the mountains from the east into Salt Lake. And we're already out of bounds. We're not even to Penny yet. Oh, we must be off track a little bit because we did fly. We didn't fly these waypoints here. Again, above the Front Range, we were well above 12 and 16 here, as well as we didn't stay below 11 and 10 there. We were probably well above that. And again, that'd be something ATC vector, tactical vectors there. Anyways, we can switch over to Salt Lake and oops, put on the arrivals here. I think we were Leahy 5. Yep. We'll take that at Meeker here. So landing north non-helper transition. That's not us. 3-4 right's going to be us. And first set of restrictions going to be at or above 12,000 at Bloopy and at 11,000 at camp. Yeah, nothing major there. This chart's not to scale, so it won't support moving maps. It's not a big deal. That's our RNAV Leahy 2 arrival for Salt Lake. So Penny in just under 10, then we'll have Kremlin in 26. Start of the arrival after that at 68. So fairly short flight today. Crossing over the Front Range now, Rocky Mountain National Park. So, Yonghung, I don't know if you're on or listening. I know you're usually on at night on AJ stream, but from a Twitch buddy from South Korea there, Yonghung 1982, thanks for the follow. And I think I had a couple of followers after the stream, after the Cross the Pond stream. So thanks to you guys also for following me. We appreciate that. Thanks to those tuning in on YouTube as well. Frame rates in the 20s, not anything to be proud of there. What we can do right now is looking at this 3-4 right approach. And we'll take LPV minimums. So our decision height, if I can get my pender right, is going to be 4422. It's 200 above the ground. Straight in RVR of 18 or 1/2 mile will more than meet that. If we were just LNAV VNAV, it'd be 4735. LNAV only is 4,700 feet. So plague at 11, just like what was on the chart. And I believe we're coming in from Bloopy here. That's the transitions to plague. Missed approach will be to 9,000. I think we can take LPV minimums, if I'm not mistaken. And just looking to see our R&P mins. Glide path standard 3 degrees. And note, if you're just LNAV, that's not authorized during simultaneous approaches. So everything looks good there. We'll set R&P 0.10, and vertically we'll set 125 as well. It looks like Sheeva will be the final approach fix there, I think. Looking out there, ORBX is Central Rockies. This is the Eagle Valley here. Yep, Eagle there, Aspen, Rifle, Hayden here. So we do have the Eagle scenery there. Coming up on cruise now, we're just settling down. In fact, that's the airport there. That's Eagle on the Aspen's just going to be right over here. So we're direct Kremlin now, just about 7 miles out to the east of that. Top of descent 172. Back here, and I did set those. Okay, God, for some reason I thought I forgot to set all that. There's Eagle. Be a pretty short flight. I don't know if we'll decide to go somewhere next. We might. Eagle Airport there, just underneath the left wing, looking to the south. I believe this is Aspen's Valley in here, right over here somewhere. Looks like Meeker now in 40. Still nobody on. We'll have a look at us on radar here. Right here, we've got opposing traffic just to the north and just behind us. He's a Dash 8 going Eagle to Eagle, I guess. Delta Salt Lake to Denver. Okay. For some reason, I do not remember putting us on engine gen. I have to look at that video and see if I actually did it. did. Okay. Woo, boy. Man, I'm losing. Just done it so many times, can't remember if I freaking did it or not. Let's see, top of descent 115. We'll start, let's get set up here. There's no ATC online. Auto brake 3, we're ready to go. So here's our opposite direction traffic. Wonder if we can see him. 1,000 below us. There he is. Wow. That's a Qantas 47. Holy cow. Huh. Yep. Flight level 370 separated by 1,000 feet there. Top of descent now, about 84, I'm going to guess. 88, 4 miles off. Grand Junction just off the left front there. Have a look at us on Project Fly. There we is. There was our departure, pushback, taxi out, and our DP there. Kind of a perfect shot there, huh? So we'll be coming in right over here and make a right turn in for the airport. We're going to be landing right here. Probably coming right over Utah Lake there. Still looking at a 21:23 on time. Salt Lake's just right over these mountains here. as well pull up some weather in Salt Lake. Winds out of the south now. Holy smokes, what the... Get ready to reprogram, kids. That wasn't what we were showing earlier. The winds are calm. Oh, yeah, here we are, 170 at 9. Right. Uh, 1-6 left, I guess. Da, 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 da. We could come in over Pocatello, or we could just keep that arrival. Okay. So we need to, it's going to be Leahy, Fairfield. So MTU, Meeker, Racer, Mighton. Meeker, Racer, Might. TU Thistle, Spain Leahy, Bloopy, not Bloopy, so it goes Leahy Fairfield. So it's really Quippa, Roy. Iron. Okay, so now we're going to be category D, 1 1/4. Is this an LNAV only? Straight in's 4760. Yeah, missed approach is 10. Operator may use VNAV decision height, because this is an MDA, may use decision height in lieu of MDA. 4760, 4227. Okay. Hope that works out. May have to do some funny stuff. It's like Utah Lake coming up there. Salt Lake's going to be right over here, I do believe. And current altimeter is 3016. Just check out that glide path 3.04. descent coming here in just a second. One mile, no mile. Alright folks, here we go into the Salt Lake area. Just to the east of it here. Pass over Utah Lake right here. I'll make a right turn. And we're going to fly parallel or downwind on the west side of the airport. Swing back around from north to south in a right turn, right 180. And land 19 left. Or 16 left rather, sorry. 16 left. So we'll set 3016. That's all ready. So we don't forget. Salt Lake right here. Check our restrictions now. We got Fairfield at 17,000. Ogden, oh, it's okay. It's got a bypass point. That's a flyover. All right, all right. See how good I program this, hopefully, we'll find out. So this is Pack Sim scenery here, you can kind of see where it starts. See where it starts there. Giggity-gee. Put on the VSD and terrain on the ND. And it's taking a, it's gonna hiccup. Blah, 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 blah. Once our R&P gets inside of our actual vertically gets inside of 125, we'll set that. Alright, so horizontally we're looking good, vertically we're still looking good. Got a little bit to fly the arrival here. The FO side, normally you put weather radar on there, but it's pretty much clear. It's just a little bit windy right now. These winds better not change on me either. As soon as I come over this freaking mountain. Ah, and they're back. Winds are 0, 0, 0. I wonder if it's too late. You know what? We're not going to change that. I think we're too close in to switch up. I don't think it quite meet the descent. So we'll take a tour of the scenery and we'll come in from the north side. Watch them switch to the north though as soon as I get in. God, I hope not. From 22, they're going to switch. Let's hope I make it in. God. Look at that view. Not bad. Drawing in the scenery nice. So we're going to fly up the valley here. Still on profile vertically and horizontally. Alright, the R&P set, we've got the min set, we'll brief the approach, brief the arrival. Go out of bounds here for just a second. We've got a couple more degrees. Back within limits. Right on track to make Fairfield at 17,000. Pro set there in the cyan. No cross-track or vertical deviation errors that I can tell, and after Fairfield to be drive at 15,000. As you can see, we're on track for that also. About another 4 miles, I'll make start making a northbound turn and start flying from south to north up through the valley there. And we can set that local altimeter now. That's going to be 3013. So it's starting to fall a bit. Across into PAC-Sim scenery. Transition. The ORBX transition is, or the PAC-Sim transition, not very good. Obviously, PAC-Sim's using photoreal, but we'll deal with it. So drive at 15,000 now. We're looking to make that. There's the airport there. This is the runway we're going to land on here. This will be the left side northbound and right side southbound parallel here on the west side of the airfield. So, Great Salt Lake right in front of us here. As soon as we hit drive, we'll make another slight right. And that'll be pit, and we'll want that at 111,000. Steep descent after drive, okie dokie, not really, 500 feet, wouldn't call that steep, or 4,000 feet, sorry, not for 12 miles, that should be doable. We can take that just fine. Will have us there lickety split. Looking good. And we're just going to draw in the scenery, the buildings, and all that good stuff. We're going to pass just to the west of the airport. Surprised I haven't had to use speed brakes yet. Still on vertical course there. And looks like we're going to stay at 111,000 after pit. Drag finally required. Not drawing in the scenery faster, or as fast as I can fly through it. It's alright. Bad thing about using photo scenery is not wanting to draw it in. There it comes. A little bit. Maybe a little bit more as it tries to catch up. Watching that terrain on the left side there. Great Salt Lake here. 11,000 will stay there. Don't need any drag now. Be fine. We move through the valley. Airport's right here. Here's our runway. Drag required. There's the city. Across the approach end of 3-4 right here, and 3-4 left right there. Our terminal's over here. Not a bad view, huh? There's the approach end of our runway right there. ORBX still has some snow out there. Flying right along. Right there. Wind's better not shift. And winds are calm now. Broken at 20 and broken at 25,000. Altimeter still 3013. Check. So there's our aircraft here. You can see we're going to go right to Ogden here, which is a flyover, and take iron there. logs right there. So this is the flyover right here. So essentially we're going to fly over iron and fly over Ogden and take it straight into iron there. I'll smooth that out in LNAV here shortly. So coming over the north side, or south side of the lake, north side of the valley rather. Looks like is that iron at 10,000? Yep, that's iron. Alright, we're all set there. Looking rather peachy. I'm going to go ahead and speed intervene and slow us down to about 240. So far, no cross track or vertical deviation errors. Still looking fine there. So we're VNAV still dropping us down ever so slightly down to 10,000. Iron. We don't have a lot further, 2 miles, or I'm sorry, after iron will be 4.3 to go 1,000. That's Ogden there. Start that inbound turn. So Ogden is a bypass or flyover, flyby, I believe. Smooth that out. Alright, and we're still at 10 for iron. We'll be looking for that 10 or above, rather. And we'll be looking for 9 or above at Yami or whatever it's called. Yanma. Alright, we built that turn in pretty good. There's Ogden. Or Ogden's here. Go ahead and slow on down. through our up speed. We'll go ahead and take that flaps 1 right now. Make another slight right here in just a second. There it goes. Go ahead and take flaps 2 on schedule. 9 or above at Yavwa, however you pronounce that. We'll just call it Yavwa. Still on vertical profile after Yavwa. I'll be Lagoon at or above 75. Coming down through flaps 2 now, we can go ahead and throw in flaps 5. Wind's now pretty much down the center line. We're on our final approach course. Still on vertical track, no horizontal vertical track crosshairs as well. Great Salt Lake there off the right side. Check us out on Navigraph. We are inbound just good. All right. We're going to go ahead and get configured. 133. Set there. Go flaps 15, take the gear. Maybe a little bit early. Wind still calm, 10 miles, and altimeter is still 3013. At or above 75 at Lagoon, that's our next one. Still right on track. Got to fix that volumetric fog setting, I think. Take flaps 25 now. We'll continue the rest of the way, full flaps. DME update's off 2.1 to go. Right now 79 for 47, yeah. Airport's drawn in, 16 left verified, we'll call that, we'll continue. Fully configured, flaps 30. Or flaps 40, wrong airplane. Still an LM and VNAV. Six or above now, yep. All right. Got downtown Salt Lake drawn in there off the left front. Not hazy here, but hazy out in front of the valley there. Alright, flaps 40 set, green indicated, gear down, 3 green indicated, auto brake 3 set, VREF set. Just approached 10,000. On speed. Yep, and 27. Rates somewhere in the 2500 check, continue. I've got white over red, call it continue. Runway environment looks good. go, crossing, yep. Now's going to roll us up a hair, keep us on profile. Still wide over red, looking good. Let that come in. .6 out. 56 for 47. Winds are calm. Still wide over red. Theoretically, if we were in IMC down to mids, we wouldn't be able to see that. $1,000 check. Set 10,000. Still on track. We'll take over here in just a second.
Approaching minimums.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. Check landing.
500.
500. We'll take over. My airplane. And my throttles. All center line there.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
There we go. Wasn't the greatest. 60 knots, we can stow those. We can take us off auto brake and put in the speed brake. We can probably make this high speed here. Flaps up. Turn on the APU. Continue on in. Flight directors can come off. And actually, before we do that, and we are going to take probably Alpha 3. Now we got traffic right here, huh? Alright, let's taxi on in. Well, I guess that's a Delta gate. I thought that was a American gate. Welcome to Salt Lake, guys. Stop it. Good God. I wonder where that traffic went. Kind of go away if you get a certain throttle up or certain speed going. Pardon the American Airlines ATRs there. Come on now. It's a little bit old, but if you're an ATR lover, I guess you'll do just fine. Alpha 3 here. There's our gear. No coast in PMDG planes. Come on. You can do it. up with the scenery there. Switch us over to APU here. We'll be able to cut. Throw us on ground power. Bit left in askew, whatever. And we can pull the brake off now. Connect ground power. On ground power, we can take us off APU. Isolation valve can go to open. Anti-collision light can go off. We can also turn off the transponder. We're all set there. The radar. It's all giggity giggity goo. And request deboarding. And we have a SODI jetway. Woohoo! Let's open the doors.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for a wonderful flight.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to the Max Duty Day channel. Made it to Salt Lake. Not sure where we're going to go next. Probably somewhere out of Salt Lake. And who knows from there. I'm waiting on Imagine Sims. I think it's Imagine Sims. Their Austin scenery apparently is close to release, should be due out. In any case, this wasn't a bad little flight. Hope you enjoyed that. Ooh, 165, I'll take that. Wasn't the best landing in the world, but beats nothing at all. Oakland Center's online now. We'll disconnect from the network. SimStall, put that one in the books. VatSpy, there's a look around the world now. We got Memphis, Atlanta centers on, and Oakland Center in the west. So we can close that out. We can close out the dispatcher. So, and we can pull off charts. Here we are at the gate, geo-referenced. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and